Fall has always felt like an introvert season. Quiet mornings, soft light, and space to just breathe. This year, it feels shorter than usual, but even if the season doesn't stay long, I still find ways to enjoy every bit of it. From the crisp air in the morning to the quiet comfort that lingers as the days grow colder. And if you've been craving a little peace too, come spend the fall with me. Because I grew up in a tropical region, winter was always the season I romanticized. The snow, the cozy layers, the comfort of a warm drink against the cold. But after a fall trip this year, something shifted. I started falling in love with autumn. The crisp air, those quiet mornings, the golden light on my walks. It felt like the world was moving slower and inviting me to do the same. There's a softness to autumn that I didn't notice before. A softness that makes the ordinary feel tender and comforting. As an introvert, being outdoors has always felt like a gentle reset for my mind. This year, I took a solo trip to Colorado, chasing that comforting quiet that only the mountains seem to understand. The roads were lined with golden aspens, swaying softly as if the whole landscape was breathing in slow motion. Up there, the world feels softer, almost like the universe decides to go easier on you for a little while. But you don't need to travel far to feel that peace. Even a walk in a nearby park or around your neighborhood can reset your soul. There's something grounding about being surrounded by nature as it changes, watching the leaves let go at their own pace. Maybe that's what fall teaches us, that change doesn't have to be scary. Change can be beautiful too. These days, I like going for morning walks without headphones. In my 20s, I filled every silence with noise. Music, podcasts, audible books, anything to feel productive. But now in my 30s, I crave quiet. I've learned to enjoy the sound of my own footsteps, the wind brushing through the leaves, birds calling from somewhere above, the kind of noise that calms the mind instead of drowning it. Those slow outdoor moments always make me crave one thing next. A cozy spot to warm up and just sit with my thoughts. There's something comforting about local coffee shops in the fall, the kind of warmth that greets you before the first sip. There too, just a short walk from my apartment, small, tucked away, and they smell like espresso and cinnamon the moment you open the door. As an introvert, it's my version of gentle socializing. It has become part of my slow morning ritual, a way to start the day softly without rushing into it. It's the smallest interactions that make the morning feel lighter. A quiet good morning from the barista, a shy wave to a little kid through the glass, a smile when your eyes meet a stranger's. Tiny moments, but they make the world feel kind. Sometimes I sit by the window, watching life move quietly outside. people going about their day, leaves spinning across the street, the sunlight slowly brightening the town. It's comforting being surrounded by people, but still in your own little bubble of peace. Other days, I take my coffee and pastry to go, bring them home, light a candle, and enjoy the stillness of my own space. There's something grounding about those quiet mornings. No noise, no rush, just me and the soft flicker of light. For an introvert like me, these are the moments that fill me up. The quiet routines, the familiar warmth, the feeling of being completely at peace in my own company. On weekends, I fill my apartment with the smell of pumpkin and spices, a scent I never thought I would fall in love with. I used to avoid cinnamon in my drinks and treats, but somewhere along the way, that changed. Maybe that's what growing older feels like, finding comfort in things you once overlooked. Seeing my mom cooking for the family growing up, I used to think cooking was something you did for others. But since I started living alone, I've learned how peaceful it feels to create something for myself. Cooking has become my quiet way of caring for myself, not just for the body, but for the soul. I think of it as a small act of care, feeding myself with intention. There's something calming about the rhythm of it all. The sound of a whisk, the smell of bread in the oven, as I wait for something simple and sweet to rise. It's like a soft kind of meditation. I usually share my baked treats with friends. I love the thought of passing along a bit of fall, letting them taste the same warmth and sweetness that fills my kitchen on quiet afternoons. Maybe it's not really about baking or cooking. Maybe it's about reminding myself that I can create something good with my own hands. There's a peace that lingers after. In the quiet kitchen, the faint smell of sugar and spice, and the feeling that even when I'm alone, I'm cared for. Sure, the pile of dirty dishes ruins the aesthetic a little bit, but honestly, it's worth every plate. As the weather turns colder, I start picking up my crochet and knitting projects again. For an introvert like me, creating with my hands feels like a form of peace. It doesn't ask for attention or conversation, just presence. There's something almost magical about it. The way time slows down with every stitch. The gentle rhythm that softens the noise inside my head. It's a calm I can return to, no matter how busy the world feels. I've learned that these small, repetitive motions do more than make something pretty. They steady my thoughts, lower my stress, even slow my heartbeat. Like every loop and knot untangles a little piece of my day, and my hands are teaching my mind how to rest again. Each piece I make holds a memory. The blanket I made for my friend's birthday when she was settling into her new home. The first sweater I knitted as a Christmas gift. The little pouch I crocheted for my friend that made her friend ask where she got it. They are not just things I made. They are pieces of time, stitched with love and the quiet joy of giving. There's something about fall that invites creativity. Like the season itself is whispering, slow down and stay here a little longer. With yarn in my hands and a warm cup of tea nearby, The world feels softer, and I do too. Fall always reminds me how much peace there is in the simplest things. A warm drink on a quiet morning, a slow walk beneath golden trees, a moment alone that doesn't feel lonely. As the days grow shorter and the air turns cold, I've learned that solitude isn't something to escape, it's something to embrace. There's comfort in lighting a candle, in cooking something warm, in just sitting still and letting the world slow down. Maybe enjoying the season to the fullest isn't about doing more, but about being more present in every cozy morning, every quiet evening, every small joy that asks for nothing but your attention. Because for an introvert like me, fall isn't about seeking excitement. It's about finding peace in the ordinary, in gentle routines, in quiet joy, and in knowing that even when you are alone, you are exactly where you need to be.